Hi, my name is Rhonda Byrice and I'm coming to you with another tasty delight. This is a tofu cheesecake. If you don't like cheesecake, you will be sure to love this one. One with raspberry swirl, one with almond and lemon. I'll tell you, you will love this. This is made out of your tofutti sour cream and tofutti cream cheese. These items here are in your health food store. They are wonderful things to help with this cheesecake. We've got lemon and some almond extract, a little bit of flour. You want to get yourself the larger of the two of the graham cracker crusts. Put this in the oven, bake it at 350, and you've got yourself a delicious cheesecake. I'm back with my cheesecake. Doesn't that look absolutely delicious? We are going to take this cheesecake and use our cheesecake or cake pie cutter and go ahead and cut this so that you can see how absolutely beautiful this looks. You can see how this is all swirled on the top and how the raspberry goes all the way through. Doesn't that look absolutely beautiful? Something that you can use for a festive wedding. Maybe something for the Valentine's that's coming up. How about a special holiday? This is a tofu cheesecake. It is absolutely delicious. It has the 1 graham cracker crust. I told you we've got the tofutti sour cream and the cream cheese. You're going to be using 3/4 cup of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of almond extract, 1.5 teaspoons of vanilla extract, and 1/2 of a lemon. The fresh juiced lemon. You're going to add 3 tablespoons of all-purpose organic flour, mix that up, put it in that graham cracker crust, and put it in the oven at 3 to 350. And once you see it cracking on the edge, then you know your cheesecake is ready. This beautiful cheesecake needs to actually be cured for at least 12 hours. I like to put mine in the freezer so that it is like a frozen cheesecake ice cream dessert. Thank you. This is Rhonda Byrice. Eat something healthy today and be healthy today. Hi, my name is Rhonda Byrice and I'm coming to you again with another lovely tasty dessert. Today we're going to make a chocolate mousse, but in fact it's not really made of chocolate at all. We are going to be using good healthy fats, which are avocados, which I've already set up in here in the food processor. These are 2 ripe avocados. Next, I'm going to be adding 1 cup of pure maple syrup. That's right, pure maple syrup, not the maple syrup like Log Cabin. We want pure maple syrup. This syrup is the best syrup to be using. This here is Andreax. It's a good maple syrup, 100% pure. Next, I'm going to be adding carob. Here we have the raw carob. This is a carob powder, all natural, made by Chatfields. If you can't find that, well then you can go to your health food store and go ahead and get your Bob Red Mills toasted carob. We're going to just add these together in the food processor, and this will start rolling around and it will become some quite thick, delicious chocolate mousse. You just let that run for maybe 1 to 2 minutes, and then we're going to go ahead and check it real quick as we do this. Go ahead and just kind of maul this around to make sure we get all the wonderful flavors that are here. Make sure we don't lose anything as we go ahead and start this on again. This starts to just generate. We have the avocados that just smooth right out. It mixes well with this lovely maple syrup and the carob, and it becomes a lovely chocolate mousse. So now that we've let this run and get nice and mixed together, we can go ahead and pull that off. And as you will see, we have a lovely chocolate mousse. I'm going to go ahead and put this in a dish, and you will see just how magnificent this easy 1, 2, 3 recipe really is. Doesn't this just look beautiful sitting in a little dish? Isn't this pretty? This is something that you can whip up ahead of time. You can actually make this as just little pudding for your family and friends. You can make a pudding cake out of this. You can make pudding pie out of this. You can use this to top your ice cream. This is something that is an absolutely easy, versatile recipe that you can make up, as you have seen, in just minutes. Now, doesn't this look like something just absolutely delicious? Hi, this is Rhonda Rice coming to you with some simple, easy, delicious recipes. I love simple. This is a walnut carob fruit drop. It is absolutely easy and so delicious. You take these vegan carob chips that you can buy at your health food store. You will take it, and if you don't have what I call a double broiler, you can make it simple by taking a pan and putting a measuring cup in it, filling that pan with water, adding your carob fruit drops, and then putting that in as a double broiler and let that melt down. Get yourself some dried fruit. Myself, I love apricots. I put apricots in this, some cranberries and blueberries. Mixed it up, I ground up some walnuts. And this, my friends, is something absolutely delicious. It is so easy, so simple, and so delicious. Now that's a wonderful dessert. Hi, my name is Rhonda Rice, and I'm coming to you with another delicious recipe. Have you ever wondered how you would live your life without meat, meatloaf, and things that you're used to eating? Well, this, my friends, is a lovely, delicious cashew nut loaf. Isn't this beautiful? This is something that you can make in replacement of your regular meatloaf. As you can see, here it is plated. It's made out of cashews, rice, quinoa, has some soy milk in it to hold it together, onions, and some bread, and a little bit of chicken-style seasoning. Added together with a little olive oil, some sage and thyme, and you just mix that up just as if you were making a real meatloaf out of hamburger meat. And you place it in your pan and give it a little well all around the pan like this so that you have a little gap around the pan. And then put it in the oven for 350 degrees. Then you're probably thinking, well, great, I can make this loaf, but I really miss my gravy. So today I'm going to demonstrate how to make a quick and easy chicken gravy. So one thing you want to come up with is to get together your chicken-style seasoning. Now, I just have a little bit of water in here, so I'm going to just add enough just to get this a good color in the water and to start my chicken-style seasoning in this. Because what I'm going to be doing is I'm making a mock chicken gravy. This gravy will be used with meatloaves. You can put it on sandwiches and different things like that. But one thing I really want to explain to you is that we eat with our eyes first. And so we want this to look like chicken gravy. So we're going to add some parsley to give it a little bit of color, because we know when we have chicken, we have all those lovely seasonings and things like that. I'm going to add just a little nutritional yeast flakes just to add a little more thickness and depth to that. And then I'm going to add a little bit of what I call the cornstarch, just to give it a little bit of thickening. So I'm going to take my whisk and I'm going to go ahead and whisk that up as that starts to continue cooking. Now, you remember when you had your chicken gravy in the past, you used an oil base from the chicken fat. So I want my gravy, I want it to look exactly like a gravy as if I was using a chicken. So I'm going to just sit here and go ahead and just mix that in. I need to add just a little bit more of the chicken-style seasoning. Remember, we're looking for texture here. And so as we continue to move forward on this, you'll notice that this is starting to thicken up just a little bit. We could add some more chicken-style seasoning just to give it some more thickness. And I don't have enough of the cornstarch, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more as I'm stirring here, because I really want this to thicken up just as if it was gravy. Now, I was talking about the fat that we're looking for, that fat content, and so what I'm going to be using is olive oil. Olive oil will give this the appearance of chicken gravy. It will also give that oil content that you're looking for. And as you use the Olive oil, what you're going to do is you're going to add it at the end just to give it that look and the appearance. We don't want to burn the olive oil or do anything like that. We just want it to look like as if you used a chicken stock or a chicken fat or whatever fat you would use in order to make a gravy. We're going to go ahead and add that olive oil like we talked about to get that fat-looking content in our gravy. Once we've done that, we can go ahead and add a little bit of sage and thyme and rosemary. That's what this is in this seasoning. And mix that up so it's got the flakes as well. I'm going to go ahead now and pour this into my boat. Doesn't that look lovely? What a beautiful gravy. It looks just exactly like a meat gravy. It has the oil content. You can see the specks. I put parsley in here and then the seasoning. We're going to go ahead and pour this on our dish here. Remember, this is the meatloaf that we made. Just go ahead and pour that right on there. Doesn't this look pretty? This will help give your meatloaf the look that you're looking for. It will make it taste absolutely delicious. It'll bring color to the plate. And it will be exactly what you're after. Now, isn't that beautiful? You can see that it looks like a real chicken gravy. That was as simple as it can be. Just a few items, heat it up in a pan, stir it around, and voila! We have an absolutely wonderful main dish for a menu. Hi, my name is Rhonda Byrice. I'm coming to you with another quick tip, something for your dinner plate. We're going to talk about farro today. It's a component of wheat. It's a lovely grain. It's an ancient grain. People don't usually use much of farro. You can see this is called Italian pearled farro. What we've done is we've created a salad. So what you'll be doing today is you will make your farro and you'll make it up and it will come into a nice grain, separated, easy to work with. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to make a lovely, colorful salad. So we're going to be adding in a 1/4 cup of chives, 1/2 of a lovely Walla Walla onions, sweet onion. They are so delicious. Oh my goodness, the flavor of those are just lovely. A 1/4 cup of parsley we'll add to this dish. And just kind of stir that up. Remember, farro is a little grain, so we don't want to have all of our additives to it gigantic. So what I've done is I've cut these lovely tomatoes, these are Roma tomatoes, up just at this size because we don't want them bigger, because if you do, then you just kind of drowned out the farro. So as we mix this up, you will see just how pretty this is. Lovely for the springtime. Just a beautiful, beautiful way to get your grains, to serve them to your children if they kind of don't like it. But not only that, we're going to add a little sweet and bitter to this. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some garlic, 1 large clove garlic to our lovely dish here. We're going to be mixing up a little dressing. We've got 2 teaspoons of balsamic vinegar. We're going to add this to here and whisk this together. And a 1/4 cup of olive oil. Olive oil, extra virgin organic olive oil is so lovely. It's a wonderful way to get your oil, good healthy oil. Just kind of mix that up. Just whisking it together, and we're going to go ahead and add this to our farro. And then we'll just mix that up. It's going to give it a little darker color. As you can see, it's starting to change to a little darker color, kind of a deeper brown. It's just so pretty. This is a lovely dish. It's easy to make. It's like 1, 2, 3. That's pretty much all there is to it. You want to serve this room temperature. As a matter of fact, I've had it when it's chilled and it's quite delicious, but room temperature is the best. So as you make this up, this is something you can make up during the early part of your menu of your meal, whatever, lunch, dinner, and set it aside and it'll be ready to eat when you're ready to sit down to the table. This, my friends, is a beautiful farro salad. Hi, it's Rhonda Byrice here again. I am talking to you today about one of my favorite leafy vegetables. This is Swiss chard. Many people look at Swiss chard and it becomes kind of intimidating, not knowing what to do with it. Some leaves are thicker with bigger spleens, some are smaller. Well, let me tell you, my friends, I have found a way to make this into a quite delicious menu. Now I'm going to show you how to take these spleens and just kind of cut them up a little bit. We want these in bite-sized pieces for this recipe. So we're just going to go ahead and pull the leaf off so that we've taken the spleen, we're separating the leaf. I've kind of chopped up the spleen on this one and pull that off. As you can see now, here we have just the spleen. We're just going to cut this up into little bite-sized pieces, just like this. That way, this will be edible. It's in a size that's good enough for your mouth, good to chew, you're not tough and fighting it out. And then what we want to do is we can either take the leaf and rip it like this, which is so simple. I mean, how easy is that? Any kid could do this, just pull the leaf apart. Or if you want to be easier, you can also cut it like this, however you want to do it. Either way, it doesn't really matter, but it's just wonderful to take it and make it into a bite-sized piece. What I've done is I've got two separate piles. I'm not going to get totally into this, but you can take this, the stem part, the spleen, what I call it, put it in a pan, add a little bit of water, not oil, but water, and start steaming that. This is what I call Rhonda's special Swiss chard. After that steams into a nice translucent look to it, then I would add a little garlic into that and let that steam some more. Add your leafy vegetables right into that, the leaf part of it, and just stir it as quick as you can. Just stir it until it becomes vibrant and green. Once you've done that, it will look like this. I'm going to go ahead and put this on a plate. It smells so good. You eat this nice and warm with your meal. You can see how pretty this is. I used rainbow chard, and what that is, it's yellows and reds and whites in the spleen part of it. Now, doesn't this look pretty? This is a side dish to your roast, to your veggie meatloaf, or just to have it as a side dish in the summertime. It is so delicious. It smells so good. I wish you could smell this. Add a little lemon juice to that, and it is finished. You've got the Swiss chard, garlic, lemon juice, and just to tie it all together when it's all done, you pour a little olive oil into it and mix it up, and it just seals the flavors in. This is Rhonda's Swiss chard. Hi, my name is Rhonda Byrice. I'm coming to you with a bouquet of kale. Kale, you say? By golly, this is kale. This is such a tricky little leafy green. People just don't know how to handle it. So today, I'm going to show you how to take it and make it from this to make it look like you've cooked it like this without even cooking it. So first, I want to talk to you about taking the leaf off the spine. We're just going to pull it like this. Ta-da! It's just that simple. We just pull and push, take a leaf and pull it. See how easy this is? This is so easy. It's a lot of fun. You can have your kids do this. It's a no-brainer. So once you've done that, you just pull those off. Actually, you can take this and you can juice this. Great nutrition out of these. So you don't really want to throw these away. You want to save these for a healthy drink. But as we continue working here, I'm going to show you something that will be just amazing. Once you've washed and you pulled that off, you've got your kale that looks just like this. Then we just kind of want to break it up, get it in some bite-sized pieces, break it down. Oh, this is something, like I said, your kids would have a blast making this. Actually, I have fun making it, as you can see. So as we continue breaking it up, then what breaks this down? Well, I will tell you. We're going to add some Himalayan sea salt. We want to have this salt that has all of the wonderful minerals in it, not that white table salt. No, no, no. So we're just going to give it a little trick of salt in here. This helps break down the leaves. That's probably good there. Some lemon juice. I probably have half a lemon here, maybe about a tablespoon and a half. And then about the same in olive oil, and that's it. We're just going to play in our food. We're just going to break it down just like this. Like I said, this would be fun for your kids. The more that you massage this, the more it breaks down. And as you continue to just move your hands in this fashion, just like this, like I said, we're going to play with our food today, and you just move and massage and massage. You can tell that the color's starting to change. Isn't that something? You just massage and massage and massage and massage. and it just starts to break down. Well, now that I've shown you how to do that, because it's quite simple, you just see how nice and pliable this is? This makes it to where it's really chewable, because in the other state, you'd be like a cow trying to chew your cud. It's hard to chew. But this way, once you've broken it down, it really, really, really brings out the flavor, brings out the color, and it starts to change. Well, enough playing in my food here. Let me just go ahead and move this aside. And we'll talk about how to make this beautiful kale a beautiful color. Remember, we eat with our eyes first. So we want it to look beautiful. As we see here, it's just kale. It has the lemon. I put some garlic in it. And it's got the olive oil, but it looks pretty boring. So we're going to take some beautiful red bell peppers, and we're going to go ahead and put that in there like this. And we're going to go ahead and stir that up. Now we're talking. This little ditty looks absolutely beautiful. Do you know that you could take this dish and make it anything you wanted? Recipes really are there to be broken. So this is just a base recipe for you to do. You could add yellow bell peppers. How about some pine nuts? Wouldn't that be pretty? But just for a little ditty, here you have it. One absolutely beautiful kale salad. Hi there, this is Rhonda Rice coming to you with probably a favorite of yours that you are missing in your diet. Where can we get some good Parmesan cheese that has no dairy product to it? Well, I'm here to tell you with just 3, that's right, I said 3 ingredients, you will be able to have a delicious Parmesan cheese that will last in your refrigerator for a long, long time, just like the regular Parmesan cheese. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take some walnuts. These walnuts have been soaked and then dried, because it helps to get rid of that inhibitor where you cannot digest the nut properly. Not only that, it makes it just a little bit pliable so that when we do this cheese, it breaks up and crumbles up just the way we want it. So we're going to put in 4 cups of walnuts, 1 cup of nutritional yeast flakes, 2 teaspoons of salt, excuse me. That was it. Are you ready? Let's see what it does. That's it. Let's take a look. It smells so good. So we just want it to look crumbly. You can add this to your favorite little spaghetti dish. Anywhere that calls for Parmesan cheese, because you have to remember, Parmesan cheese is just a sprinkle on top of your food to give it that added flavor. This actually has the flavor of Parmesan cheese. It'll last in your refrigerator a long, long time. Isn't that nice to top off on any one of your dishes? Hi again, this is Rhonda Rice. Here I am coming to you with these lovely cashews. Did you know the cashew comes in a pod that's like a fruit? And this thing is the most dirtiest of all of the nut family, what we call the nut family. So my recommendation to you is when you use these raw cashews, you wash and wash and wash them. Wash them and scrub them around in your hands until that water runs clear, just to make sure that you get that all off. Today, we are going to be making a cashew cheddar cheese for all of those lovely Mexican dishes that you love to make. Macaroni and cheese possibly. How about a baked potato with cheese sauce? All those wonderful things will be just beautiful with this recipe. So we have 1 1/4 cups of cashews, washed and soaked and cleansed. 1 cup of hot water. We have pimentos. Now pimentos, they're not just for those stuffed olives. This is what really gives a flair to this cheese. So we're going to go ahead and add 1 container, which basically comes to about 1/4 cup of pimentos. Add that to it. This is going to give it that lovely color we're looking for. We've added the pimentos, that gives it that nice red color. We're gonna go ahead and add 1/4 cup of nutritional yeast flakes. Lovely. All right, we're gonna be adding a teaspoon of onion powder. We've got our garlic, 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. We have our paprika, which we have that at 1/2 teaspoon of paprika. Remember we talked about the salt. The salt is a Himalayan salt. We're going to be adding a teaspoon of that. And you know, we've got 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. And we're going to add this lovely cayenne pepper to taste. So if you like it hot, add a lot. If you like a little, add a dash. So we'll go medium. We're going to go ahead and blend that up. You will be amazed at it changing color. Look at it go. As we start in our little... We want to blend it smooth. We're going to blend that smooth, so let's just give it a little touch. Oh my goodness, now look at this beautiful color. Doesn't that look like cheese? It sure does. So let's just add a little bit more to blend it, and then it'll be done. Whoa my. Oh, it's blending well now. It's just blending just perfect. Got that little vortex going, and voila. We're gonna go ahead and pour this in our little cheese. Isn't this pretty? Wow, look at that beautiful cheese. You can add some jalapenos to this. You can put this on macaroni and cheese. You can put this on tacos. Oh, doesn't that look beautiful? What a beautiful treat we have. Your kids love cheese. This is one way of getting cheese without the dairy and having your healthy nuts too. Hi, this is Rhonda by Rice coming to you with another delectable, tasty treat. Today, we're going to be doing tacos. But wait, we're going to do vegetarian tacos, raw tacos at that. So we're going to make our own taco meat. Today, we're going to make them out of walnuts. Walnuts that have been soaked. It's very important that you soak your walnuts, dry them off, and get them ready to go to make this recipe. Make sure they're not too moist because it will come out gooey. So we're going to put in 1.5 cups of raw, soaked, and dried walnuts. We're going to be adding 1 teaspoon of taco seasoning. We will be adding 1/8 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. We have 2 teaspoons of namasayo raw soy sauce. Remember, we're making raw tacos. And also, we have 1.5 teaspoons of ground cumin. And we have 3/4 teaspoon of coriander, and that's it. We're going to go ahead and pulse this, and it will start to look like hamburger meat. This will totally amaze you. You want to pulse it, not too much to where it breaks it down with the oils that come out, just to make it look like the look of ground beef. We want that look of ground beef. So let's just go ahead and take this off. We will pour this in our bowl. Oh, it's not quite mixed yet. Let's try that just a little more. We want to make sure that we get all the seasonings to mix around in that so that we get everything, because no waste is the best. We'll just pulse that again for just 1 moment. There we are. All right. Believe it or not, whoops, we have taco meat. I'm going to go ahead and pour that on this platter. Now, doesn't this look like taco meat to you? It's got the texture of meat. It smells like taco meat. If you could smell this, oh my goodness, you would say, I'll take a taco, I'll have a taco, but I'm gonna make a taco. So to top off our thing, in the past, we've made this lovely cashew nacho cheese. So we're gonna put all of these lovely items to use and make a taco. So let's go ahead and pick out 1 romaine lettuce. that. Actually, we'll do 2 so that they can like stand each other up. We have 2 romaine lettuce. We're gonna go ahead and put our raw taco meat right on that. This lettuce will be our shell. This is always a favorite of my kids. They love this so much. Actually, the first time I made it, they were shocked. They're like, what in the world? That's delicious, Mom. Can we have another one? Oh, that made my heart sing. But you yourself will absolutely love this. This will be a hit in your family. I've seen people, I don't care what age it is, they love this. We're gonna add a little avocado to our, whatever you put on your taco when you make a taco, that's what you're gonna put on your taco. So we'll add just a dash of avocado. Got a little bit of onion going on, give it a little color, make it pretty. Wow, doesn't that look nice? We've got some tomato. Let's put that last. Let's put some cheese on this. Look how pretty this looks. Very colorful. Very pretty. We'll add a little tomato. If your friends like tacos, they're gonna love these. This is a raw taco. And I know you wish you were here to eat it, but you're not, so let me spare you the despair and let me have a bite. Delicious.